last year that has helped catapult him up the various ranking lists. But he's still, for my money, a little bit off his top level. If it turns up this weekend, he could become only the second German to pick up a PDC ranking title. But it is a big if. It is the wall, and hopefully a wall that will not fall down, unlike some other PDC darts we could mention this weekend. Dan McCarthy's alongside me for it.
Yeah, you almost wonder whether the pressure of becoming only the second German player to win a PDC title is telling on Martin Schindler, but fair play to him. You've got to say that he is in the seeds more often than not now. He's always there or thereabouts. He's reached a quarter-final in Kiel. He reached the semi-final of the International Darts Open in Riesa. So he has had some pretty good results, Martin Schindler, this year. That was a hell of a bounce out. If the dart bounces out of the board that far and beyond the octave, the player should be able to pick it up and throw again.
In my rules, if you volley it back into the board first time, then I think that should count. Yeah, you look at Shindy's performances in the floor events this year, he's averaging just over 94. That's just puts him around the sort of 32 mark in the list. It's good, it's competitive, it's not quite as good as it was last year. Still think he's got a little way to go.
What we do know about Martin Schindler, though, is that he does have an absolutely incredible A-game, as Kim Huybrechts looks to find his A-game on the finishing. Shuffle across.
20. Martin, you require 132.
132 is always a favourite checkout.
Not now, it isn't. I don't think he could get to the bullseye there anyway.
60.
Would have been very, very difficult for him, even if he got the treble 19.
Yeah, it'd have been thrown from where the camera was, I think. Well, he's had chances, Kim Huybrechts.
72.
6 of them, to be precise.
Oh dear. Treble 13. Well, Martin Schindler has been
32.
presented with a golden opportunity to get the opening leg when he's done very little to merit it, and he hasn't managed to take the chance. Much, much better from Kim Huybrechts.
8th time lucky for the Belgian. It's a start, but not a particularly encouraging start.
93.
They've run into each other a lot over the years, these two. This is their 10th meeting. And bearing in mind that that dates all the way back to 2016, when Kim Huybrechts was winning titles. Well, his first spell of winning titles. As to be said, he's won one this year, but that ended a 7-year wait. And Martin Schindler has actually dropped off the tour in that intervening time and then come back, having to win his tour card back. Schindler actually leads their head-to-heads 5-4. When really it's only the last 2.5 years where Shindy has really stepped up to become a big player in the world of darts.
Yeah, they've met twice on the European Tour stage. 1 win apiece.
96.
The very first meeting was in the European Darts Grand Prix in 2016. Huybrechts bageled Schindler. The German only averaged 77. Now we know that Martin Schindler is a much, much different player to back then, a much more competitive player. Good response, this.
Yeah, much better. Leaves himself on tops after 12 darts. But Kim Huybrechts, oh, okay, he's going to leave himself on 4 after 12 darts. I think that's accidental. It doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, Martin Schindler not put off by the accidental 174.
134.
Damon Heta awaits the winner of this one.
100.
Yeah, Heta the number 4 seed this weekend. He's already taken out Dylan Slevin. Then it's the winner of this one to face him, and it's in the same quarter as Dirk van Duivenbode and Mario van der Behade, which is the game that follows this, and Johnny Clayton Martijn Kleermaker, which could be an entertaining game, the penultimate game of tonight's session. It'll be quick, I'll tell you that.
25.
Feels like these two have settled into a nice rhythm here, and they're both playing some decent stuff now.
His scoring's been really good in the opening stages. First nine average of 115.78.
44. Give me a require 106.
Could be a 12-darter. It still could be a 12-darter. Double 16.
90.
Not to be, but Huybrechts has established a big lead in this leg.
58.
I think that's a mistake there from Schindler. He had the option of using the bullseye had he not gone to the 19s to make sure he left a finish of some kind. Doesn't matter because Kim tidies that up, but there could have been a little bit more pressure applied. Martin Schindler, the only player flying the flag for his home country here this weekend. No Gabriel Clemens in the field, no Ricardo Pietreczko, who's had more than a few good moments on the European Tour this year.
60.
And while Clemens is the higher ranked, he had that brilliant run at the World Championship, it is Martin Schindler who's been performing in the floor events over the and the Euro Tour over the last 12 months better than any of the other German players. And you could argue that he's the best German darts has at the minute. I think it's very close between him and Gabriel Clemens.
One thing's for certain, with the event only around a month away, they could be a dynamite World Cup duo.
They really could. And we've seen Martin team up very effectively in the past with Max Hopp. He has played with Gabriel before, and they look like they could, in theory, be really dangerous. We'll see what the new dynamic of pairs format all the way through does to that tournament as Kim eyes up the 170. He wants the bullseye. 3-1 Huybrechts, yet another big fish reeled in this weekend in Prague.
It's a running theme of this tournament. Kim Huybrechts, take a bow. Superb stuff. Another player who has had a bit of rejuvenation in 2023. Yeah, it was all right, Kim.
More than all right, Kim. Tell your face, man.
100.
Well, he ended what was an agonisingly long wait for a title at the start of this year. 8 years, I think it was.
Yeah, getting on for 8 years.
140.
And credit to Kim Huybrechts, because in that intervening time, he's had injury problems, he's dropped down the rankings, he's missing out on the big TV tournaments. And for many players, that
57.
is the death knell for their careers. Not so for Kim Huybrechts. And his rejuvenation, his renaissance has coincided with a real boom in his home country. And who knows, maybe that in itself has played a part. He certainly has said, on a purely practical basis, that he's opened a dart shop over the last couple of years,
96.
which is actually, punters are not only buying their equipment, they're basically turning up to play with him, to practice with him, and it's getting him on the practice board. There's a very real tangible benefit for Kim Huybrechts in the boom in Belgian darts, and right now, he's illustrating it magnificent.
I think having his brother Ronnie back on tour has helped him as well. He won his card at the beginning of the year. Kim Huybrechts wants double four. He's making everything look easy at the moment, rattling serenely through this game. Dodgy opening leg aside, Kim Huybrechts, his last 3 legs, has won in 40 darts.
Yeah, and he was left on double 2 in the leg that he lost, that second leg, after just 12.
96.
It's another one of those games where if you take the poor first leg out, everything since has been really good.
85.
This is the performance of the day so far from Kim Huybrechts, eclipsing the numbers posted by Dave Chisnell just minutes ago on that stage.
140.
Little shuffle over. Tried to clatter into those two darts on the right-hand side. You can see the thinking, didn't quite work out.
36.
That didn't work out at all, Kim Huybrechts.
36.
Yeah, minor malfunction, but not one I think will bother him too much.
58. $59. Martin, you require 78.
Don't let him have a go at that 170, Martin. Double 12 will stop him. Double 12 does stop him. And it stops the rot.
So black Kim to throw first.
It was good advice you offered him, and he took it.
57.
Well, Kim Huybrechts winning that Players' Championship title early this year, as you said, ended that title drought of more than 7 years. But he is a two-time winner on the European Tour, and he has made a number of deep runs to quarters, semis, finals of these things without going and getting the title. The Euro Tour was where Kim Huybrechts did a lot of his best work for a number of years. And a rejuvenated Huybrechts, don't discount him when it comes to weighing up who you think could be taking the title.
Well, he's certainly making a case for himself here. 84 left after 9 darts thrown.
99.
Martin Schindler cannot offer enough resistance. He's been blown away by the hurricane. Doesn't need to go 14 and ball, he doesn't.
52.
And it's a smart setup.
Martin Schindler isn't doing a lot wrong in this game, but Kim Huybrechts is doing more right. 5-2 and a leg away from reaching the final day of the Czech Darts Open, having not won a game on the European Tour since September last year prior to this weekend. Early exits in the Netherlands, Austria, Belgium, Riesa,
58.
all this year. And he said, after his first round win here against Callan Ridds, that defeat 6-0 to Ricky Evans in his home country just last week hurt more than most of the defeats he suffered in what is quite an impressive and long career already, Kim Huybrechts.
I remember looking at that result, and there was a genuine sort of audible gasp. 6-0 in his home country against a player in Ricky Evans who's had a poor 2023. Huybrechts has had a good 2023. It's no wonder that it hurt him. But one thing you've got to fully credit him for is that he has bounced back, and bounced back really well.
83. Martin,
Callan Ridds didn't play well yesterday in his first round match against Kim Huybrechts. Huybrechts did the job. He's doing the job here.
49.
Schindler trying to find his way back into the game. Looks like he's going to tie up this 8th leg.
105. Martin, you require 32.
Well, to get to 3 legs, next door for double 8.
24.
Now then,
56.
60-60, double 18, and it's game over. Game over, man. No, not quite.
100.
Oh, he launched that 3rd dart away. Perhaps feeling that Schindler is finally going to take his chance. Bit of chasing doubles, and he gets double 2.
Kim to throw first.
Thirsty lads.
Got to keep hydrated.
Wise words. Public health message from Dan McCarthy there.
34. 59.
Yeah, it is tough work against Huybrechts in this kind of form. He's stuck in there, Martin Schindler, but he's been limited. I know he's had 9 darts at double, but a big old chunk of those came in that last leg. He had 6 of those darts at double in that last leg alone. The rest of the match, look, he's only had 2 other legs where he's had a chance to win them. Because Huybrechts has just been setting it up and taking it out on a regular basis. That won't help. That might hurt him, actually.
It's like he's throwing the dart onto a trampoline. It's springing back to him.
39.
Well,
2 really violent bounce outs.
yeah, and it denies him ending up on a finish. And Huybrechts is going to be on one. Oh, he's staying there, is he?
140.
Aggressive.
I wonder if that's almost sending Schindler a message. I don't have to do things by the mathematical book.
It may be he's feeling so good around that treble 20 that he just thought, I've got a marker, I can use that. It may be a calculated risk, and it's a risk that paid off because he should get a dart of the outer ring minimum. 20 for tops for 6-3. Room to the right.
59.
Can't find it.
Martin, you require 130.
Well, this would be interesting if Schindler can pin 130. It's 1 dart at the ball. Huybrechts completed the big fish. Schindler can't take its little brother. Huybrechts on double 10 wraps up an excellent victory against Martin Schindler, really laying down a marker. We've seen Kim Huybrechts win a Players' Championship already this year. I think he fancies another pop at a big stage title.